What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. We broadcast live Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. You want to follow me on Twitter, TRAUCH21. This one is about free agency. And on last night's show, or Tuesday night show, we had a pretty big debate about who the Jets should cut, how they replace him, how we move on, everything like that. And, there's some very obvious names. I mean, Trumaine Johnson is a no-brainer. It's going to cost us money to do it, but he has to go. I mean, he has no value at this point. It's addition by subtraction. Brian Winters, player makes sense. If Quincy Newman doesn't come back, you can justify it because he's never healthy and he costs a lot of money. So you're tallying up a good amount of money. For me, the big dispute last night was Avery Williamson. And listen, I loved Avery Williamson. The Jets signed him. I think he's a very good player. But the times where the Jets have changed, and where they have changed is they just signed last year C.J. Mosley making a ridiculous amount of money. They signed an all-pro linebacker to play middle linebacker. So that right there, in my opinion, they had the middle linebacker. So you have him making all that money. You can't really have a guy making $7.5, whatever it is, $7 million playing next middle linebacker when the Jets have so many holes elsewhere. Now you're going to say, oh, well, he's a Pro Bowl linebacker, all that, blah, blah, blah. I understand. He's coming off a serious injury, and most times it takes a year to come back from that once you come back to the field and you're healthy. So the chances are he'll be better next year than he is this year. Secondly, you could find younger guys that are not coming off injuries for a lesser price. A Neville Hewitt, a James Burgess. You could draft a guy. You find cheaper, younger options because that money you can save, the $6 million you can save, can go somewhere else at another glaring need. That $6 million could bring back Brian Poole. That $6 million can help bring back Jordan Jenkins. Like to me, it's like you can't have these expensive middle linebackers. And I understand the argument was like, oh, well, our run defense. The run defense starts with the friggin' defensive line. And the run defense starts with C.J. Mosley. Like, you're paying a guy $18 million. He can help compensate for the guy next to him. Like, Neville Hewitt did fine. And now people are saying, well, we need Avery Williamson in pass coverage. Listen, I understand. To me, you got to look at, are you getting the most bang for your buck? You could save $6 million on a guy that's coming off a serious injury that the Jets were trying to trade last preseason, which already tells you that they know that they need to get rid of that money. They need to spend it elsewhere when they already have that mega contract in the middle. So for me, it's like, listen, love the player, love the guy. You unfortunately, it's a new regime here, and with C.J. Mosley here, you can't afford to have that much money at middle linebacker. I mean, that you need it at corner. You need wide receivers, offensive linemen. You really just gotta look at it. It's a desperate situation for the Jets. Like everybody keeps focusing on this $60 or $70 million. You know how you're getting that? You already have 20-something free agents, and you're cutting more players. These guys all got to get replaced. So every dollar counts. And a middle linebacker is not a premium spot on a team. Take that $6 million and bring back give an offensive lineman. Maybe that $6 million can give you Kelvin Beachum coming back, so you get a hold the fort guy. Listen, I mean, at some point you have to make tough decisions. You can't think about it with your heart. You can't think about, oh, he's an elite playmaker. You got to look at the position, the value, how you can replace him, and where else that money can go. And to me, it's going elsewhere. So Joe Douglas has to have a clear blueprint and understand how to improve this overall roster with the resources that he has. And to me, that means Avery's gone. And that means all these other guys are gone too. Tremaine's going to be gone. He's going to cost us money. If they trade Le'Veon Bell, there's no real big discount there either. So it's not going to be easy. I don't know. This one really just set me off because we had these crazy disputes. I'm like, oh, well, he's a Pro Bowl talent. You have an all-pro guy next to him. So, and the other guy, Quincy, I talked about him earlier. One of my favorite players. I love the guy. I love his story. He's been on our show 3-4 times. But it's just now it's a matter of value, getting the most bang for your buck. And he can't stay healthy. If you can't rely on him, you need to put guys around Sam that you can trust, rely on, be there, so you can have him for the next 3 or 4 years. If you keep Avery Williamson for this year, he's going to be back here next year? Probably not. So you got to find young building blocks, a young core at the right price. If you draft guys, find other guys, and maximize your salary cap. So a quick rant on Avery Williamson. I don't see it. I understand people are going to argue with me and completely cool. Broadcast live on Tuesday. Talk to you then.